Uh, First and foremost, I'm okay. I'm not. I'm not dead, and you know, I didn't get any charges. But I'll say this, man. Now that I realize it, it doesn't really matter where you are or you know what living situation you're in. You could still be tracked down or hunted down. It just might not be to the extent where it's obvious, you know. And just to give you an insight of what just happened to me about 20 minutes ago. So, as you can see, I have my backpack right here, right? And I just came back from school. I'm not even at my house yet. I'm in this parking lot that I usually just talk to you guys about, you know. So, I put on some Wu-Tang and I exit the my school parking lot. Remind you, this was less than 20 minutes ago. I'm driving down the main road that I take to go to my house. And, I'm just driving. And this police officer passes me by. And within a split second, turns on his sirens. And I tell myself, must be a house call. Somebody must have died or something. Must be an ambulance needing an escort nearby or something that happened in the local area. But to my surprise, the second I pass the officer, right, turns on the sirens. Mind you, I pull over right next, to this house, and I slow down. I wasn't even going that fast, you know. And the cop pulls behind me and says, "Sir, you were going a little too fast. Could I see your license?" Take out my fucking wallet, take out my license, and give it to this dude. He looks at it, tells me, "Can I see your insurance?" So I open the glove box and I give him my insurance index card. And he goes in his car and looks at it, right? Now, I don't know about y'all, but in these types of situations, since I'm kind of under a lot of I don't want to say fear, but pressure, there's a lot of shit I analyze during this scenario, right? I told myself, if I ever get in this scenario, you need to observe the police officer at all times. And you need to watch his movements if he's actually doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? So, the officer goes in his car, looks at my insurance card for maybe about 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Now, in that time zone, my heart keeps on racing and beating. It skips a beat, right? For some reason, I tell myself, he's not going to give me a ticket. And my gut intuition was right. He didn't give me a ticket. He didn't give me a ticket. Because I want to ask you guys this, right? I don't know every certain law in the government or anything, but I'll say this. Let me just say this. If you're going 37 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Are you really speeding if you're going 2 miles above the speed limit? Because what the police officer said, I was going 40 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. And I take this road damn near every day when I do my deliveries, when I'm going towards and back to my house. You know, I never just take that road just for the hell of it. You know, I always just take it if necessary. If I'm going somewhere in that area, or if I'm going to school in the morning. And the police officer, I'm not going to speak ill will of him, but since he's just doing his job in his department, you know, this is something police have to, they have to go by this this code. It's not a moral thing. It's just something that police officers, they have to go by, and they have to pull people over even if they're not going over the speed limit. You know, because I wasn't going 40 miles per hour. Even if I was, there's nobody ahead of me, and there's nobody behind me. So if you really think about it, even if I was speeding, it wouldn't really matter, because there's a stoplight right ahead of me within 100 feet. Less than that. So I don't know, man. It's like, it doesn't matter where you are. Like, you know, you can still be watched, and people can throw you in situations that you can't get out of. This is why I don't fucking like America. You know, I don't like America, and it's because I don't like America, I feel like I have to get, you know, a penalty for that. You know, even though there are things that I do appreciate about this country, overall I do not like it. Especially of the treatment of people like me, or just even regular white people that still get, you know, harassed, or they still have this asterisk around their name, and that they can't, you know, thrive in life because they're public enemy. And it's like niggas like me, I know why I got pulled over, I just can't say it. But by now you should already have an indication of why I got pulled over, you know. And it's not rocket science to figure this shit out, man. It's like every time a nigga gets pulled over, it's because he and the police officer are polar opposites, right? So 9 times out of 10, it's really the law that, it's these laws and these government officials that want to put people like me, people like, you know, anybody that doesn't really care about this authoritarian society, this government, you know, this hierarchy. Nobody Nobody that kisses the ass of really the USA, you know. But, it's really funny, man. Like, in a way, because what a lot of white people think I am is somebody that really doesn't know shit about really anything. But I find that hilarious because when black people ask white people lots of questions and they don't give you a direct answer, it means that they're hiding something. And you're just kind of scratching the surface. Like, if I went to the county right now and I asked them all these questions about what truly is the speed limit of that type of road, why was I pulled over, and why was I the only car that got pulled over during that time, they wouldn't give me an answer straight up. All they would say is, oh, you were speeding. But here's my thing, man. And going back to the question, I wasn't going 40 miles per hour. I was going 37 miles per hour. And there was nobody ahead of me or behind me. So clearly the police officer wanted to individually pick me to pull me over. Right. But I see niggas driving fucking trucks going 50, 45, 40 miles per hour, and it's like they don't get fucking pulled over. They don't fucking get, tickets. Even though I didn't get a ticket, I'm grateful for that. And I kind of knew, like even with my intuition, my gut feeling told me you're not gonna get a ticket. Because how is it logically making sense if you're going 5 miles per hour speeding? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know about y'all, but that doesn't make sense to me. If this police officer, quote unquote, said I was going 40 miles per hour when the speed limit is 35, how is that speeding? Now, if I was going 45 or 43 miles per hour, okay, that's clearly speeding. But 37 to 40 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone, and for you to pull somebody over and just pull them over, I just think that's low down. And I just think that's, you already know what I'm about to go with this, But let's say if I was in like Minneapolis or something, I probably would have gotten shot. I probably would have gotten killed. Something would have happened to me. And I think the area that I go to school in, I've always had this weird sense about it. Because every time I deliver food over there, and every time I even go to my school, I get this weird vibe over there that people don't really like me, and people are scared of me. Just earlier today when I came in, there was this white woman that opened the door for me. And I get white people opening the doors for me a lot, but when I'm at like a far distance, I wasn't even close to this woman. When I'm at like 3 to 5 feet away, and you're waiting for me to enter the building so you could open the door for me, I just think that's an agenda. And I just think because you're so scared for me to pass you by, that you want to open the door for me. I just think that's kind of weird. And so ever since I moved here, the area around my school, I've always felt that it's exactly where I used to live. And like I said in the beginning of this video, it doesn't matter where you live. You can still have people that feel a certain type of way about you. And, you know, it's like people are very weird, man. Like, people are very weird, and I could feel something that just isn't right, like, about the people around that area. You know, it's that same feeling that I had where I originally lived before, but it's just something doesn't feel right. Like, to mask the pain, instead of being aggressive as fuck, some people have this fake smile in your face, but deep down inside, there's something hidden, and there's something that just tells me with my intuition, and I just have a gut feeling that you should stay away from these people. And you know, man, it isn't a coincidence now that it's hot and summer is in 2 months. And last week it was like the high is 70 to 80 degrees. So it's kind of like, I know what type of season we're in, man. And, you know, I thank God that my mom gave me my insurance card just before I left last time. And if I didn't have it, I probably, who knows, man, I probably wouldn't even be putting out this video right now. You know. But I just feel a certain way about getting pulled over that I don't even feel like I should even drive, man. Like, because I'm a pretty slow driver. Like, I don't go above the speed limit at all. Even if there is a limit, I may go around, like, if it's 60 miles per hour, I may go 55, man. Like, I'm not really a fast driver. And this really isn't that fast of a car, to be honest with you. You know, especially when I go up on hills. You know, this car, for some reason, it's harder to get up hills, you know, because it takes more time to accelerate speed when it's going up a hill. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. But just to leave it on this note, I want you guys to be aware that it doesn't matter where you are. You know, you could still be watched, and you could still be, you know, observed. It's happened to me a lot, and when somebody's watching me, I could fucking feel that shit. You know. And I think people know that, people could tell that they're watching me, and so if they know that they're watching me, they see me leave right away and they follow me. You know. Who knows, man? I probably could have passed this police officer maybe last week, and he probably saw me speeding again from previously. So, You know, it's it's pretty odd, man. It's pretty odd. But I'm okay. I'm not I'm not dead. I'm not in jail. I didn't get a ticket, and logically it wouldn't make sense to give me a ticket. You know, like to me speeding is going 50 in a 45 mile per hour zone. That's speeding to me. You know, around apartment complexes, it's usually you have to go at least under 10 or 20 miles per hour. With the road I was taking, 30, 40, around there, that's how fast you're supposed to go. You know, because if you if you think about it the other way around, if I was going slow, right, then you couldn't give me a ticket. And to him, I was going fast. But that's just the average speed that drivers around there drive at. The average speed is around 37 to 40 miles per hour. Nobody goes the fucking speed limit that road. I know this because, like I keep saying, I drive that road damn near every day. So it's kind of like, even if he wanted to give me a ticket, he couldn't because I wasn't speeding. But to the police, I was speeding. I don't know, man. Like, I know why he pulled me over. I just don't want to say it. But if you guys weren't born yesterday and you know what fucking color is, you know why, you know. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna take that road less, or I'm not even gonna take that road actually, you know, because I only have maybe 2 weeks. I only have maybe a week left for school, anyways. So I think I'm just gonna stop taking that road altogether. But it's that season, man, where police, government niggas. This is around the time of year where things get a little bit weird, you know. And I'm starting not to be out for too long at night. And if I go somewhere, I'm starting to just make sure that I'm not really out for too long. And I just get my shit and leave. So I don't have to just keep on driving around trying to find something. But where I did get pulled over, it was the north side. I just live in the west side. So I'm not in Compton or anything. You know, I'm pretty much in Minnesota. So yeah, the north side, it's not, I would say it's not for people like me to be living at. But you know, man, just gotta watch out, man. I'm out.